Hey, Alec, how's it going?
This normal.
What?
Yeah, indeed. The new normal. I said, wait, could you honestly not hear me? What I said there? I
Yeah,
said, this is the new
yeah.
normal.
The first word was, and then it cut out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What
Off
did
to
I
a
tell you?
rousing beginning.
We promise the end by end of the year we'll have good videos. Oh.
I honestly, I don't have any ideas what's going on. I don't know if there's some weird data capping going on with my ISP or something. I have a very backwoods ISP, and it's very frustrating, and it's constantly frustrating to me. Just in general. But I'm going to be moving out later this year, hopefully within the next couple of months. So
So
we only have
so
to suffer through a couple more months of this.
check
That's right.
yeah
Only a couple more
check
months
back
of
in a
this.
few months for
Yeah.
maybe some better connection.
We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trekking through. Because we hope that you understand. Please understand.
Uh,
May Washa
wait.
rest in peace.
What we need to do is make like schedule trips. Like we need to meet up somewhere, and like once every 6 months, and just record like 100 videos, and just like spread them out, like in
Yeah, just do them
person.
all right in a row. Yeah, we just spend like a week straight just recording videos for.
Yeah. All right. So Thor was given to us by the blessed wheel, which we worship from
Yes,
chance time,
praise the wheel.
by complete random chance. And you had seen Thor, I had not.
Yes, yes, I have. I've seen it a few times actually.
Really?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've seen it before now?
Probably a year,
Oh, nice.
maybe a couple years.
Mm.
I really like Thor a lot. I don't know. What are your thoughts about it? You're new to it. I it's a quaint film, I guess, in comparison to everything that's going to be coming, going forward.
Right.
There's kind of a beauty to the simplicity of it, which is amazing to say because the special effects are still just like, for the time, were dazzling, and I mean, I think they're still pretty good. I
Yeah, I
think
still think they're good, yeah.
some of it hasn't aged especially well. Like some of the frost giants look a little wonky in some places, but overall, the special effects are still pretty amazing.
Yeah, I thought this movie was a treat. It's a treat.
Hmm.
It was great. And I was surprised going into it how many things I didn't know about this movie. Like, they came out in 2011. There were, like, all these actors I didn't know were in it until recently. Anthony Hopkins I didn't know was in it
Yep.
until I started watching it. And I heard his voice. I was like, oh, did he just narrated the little opening here? But no, then he's Odin himself. And then
Yeah.
Natalie Portman has graced our screens again. We've made the full
Yes.
we've made the full arc.
Yes. Yeah. She's great. I love Natalie Portman. I don't. It's funny because she's like crazy smart in real life. I think she's got like a doctorate and stuff. It's funny to me that like I don't find her the most convincing person as like this like theoretical physicist
Hmm.
lady, like meteorologist, theoretical physicist. It's funny that I would say that because it's like, well, in real life, she's like a genius, basically. Well, maybe not a genius, but she has a doctorate anyway. She's pretty smart. So it's funny to me that I still kind of think that about this movie, but I really like her. I think her performance is great overall, even
Yeah.
though like the occupation stuff I'm a little weird
I
on.
will
But I
say
think
that I'll say the character Jane doesn't do much for me. Like
yeah, yeah, that's the problem. I think yeah.
I've never seen someone get like so nervous in front of someone. She started freaking out. Like, yeah, I get that he's a beautiful man and everything, but like Jesus, she was shoving bowls inside of cabinets and stuff. It was like, jeez, pull it together. It's like you
I mean,
just
she
like he's a beautiful man, but he's also just like this strange, really like randomly hyper aggressive man too. So I don't know why she was like, oh, flustered.
it's just weirdly attract. I guess I don't know. It's just like one of those instant attraction sort of things where
Yeah, it felt
um
like almost a very physical attraction,
Oh
Like
yeah.
there was
I
not
mean,
much else.
yeah. I mean, for like when she's first meeting him, she's just like, he's changing in her apartment, and he's just like he just has his shirt off, and she literally like stares at his torso for like a solid 2.5 seconds.
It's like, geez, they weren't subtle about it at all. Like this
No,
is where it's going.
no.
Like immediately
Um,
first scene, it's like, oh, distracted, and then
yeah.
like
This is,
exaggerated nervousness every scene that they're together. Oh,
yeah.
oh God,
Well, I mean, she also ran over him twice, so
yeah. um,
I didn't run over him, just ran into him.
yeah. So there's also Skarsgård is in this movie.
Yep,
Kat Dennings is in this movie.
yep.
Super young Kat Dennings. Idris Elba's in this movie. There's a lot of them. Wow.
Yeah, she's just like fresh doing Two Broke Girls,
Yeah.
Dennings. I think this is the year she
Really?
started. Yeah, I
Oh.
think that show started in 2011. I think so. Um, yeah,
Darcy, my favorite character.
yeah.
Thor.
The Scooby Doo character, basically. She's
Yeah, yeah.
she's basically like the comic relief. Well, I mean, the fish out of water stuff is really the comic relief, but she's the other comic relief, I guess.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing to take away from this movie is that the fish out of water style movie can often be like really stupid if it's done poorly, but I think this is an example of it being done well.
Yeah,
This and Wonder Woman are kind of like good examples of what you can
I
do. Both superhero takes on it, but I mean, it felt fairly natural, you know. It's like
yeah,
it's not like he wasn't able to communicate at all. Like he was able to just have normal conversations, but then he just spoke a little differently,
yeah. He
more
spoke like
eloquently.
very high and mighty. So yeah, it was pretty great.
But I did really like some one of the whole "you are unworthy" scene and everything. I really
Mm.
liked that scene,
Oh,
and when he casts him out.
that's one of the best scenes in the whole movie. I
Yeah.
think without a doubt. I mean, Anthony Hopkins just his presence alone is just like commanding, and him talking down to both his sons here is just like you really feel it in this scene. Like he
Hmm.
there's so much emotion that he's not just he's not angry. He's disappointed. He's upset. He's he's hopeful that his son can change. There's all these tons of emotions that he just is able to just throw out there in one scene, and it's amazing. And I mean, a credit to Kenneth Branagh, who directed this film. Of all films, I mean, he's a Shakespearean actor. You may know him better as Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. But he's been doing like stage stuff. He's done film adaptations of Hamlet and all kinds of other Shakespearean things. And having him on board this, I think, fits weirdly with this mythological sort of element, because there is an element of that high um, cadence and a poetic sort of because it really takes the Asgard scenes very seriously.
Hmm.
It's taking them straight. It's playing it straight, and I think a lesser director would have, because we look at something like Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok is basically a comedy film.
I haven't seen
Um,
that either. I haven't seen any of the Thor.
but I think a lesser director would have started at Thor Ragnarok in terms of tone and setting. And this isn't to speak down on Thor Ragnarok, because that's one of my favorites. Um, but I think having especially when you're introducing your cast, you're introducing the Avengers, and having a scenario where you're playing the character straight, this silly, goofy concept. Thor as a comic character is just preposterous
Hmm.
in general, and giving a sense of there is we're playing it straight, we're playing this character straight. We're not afraid to have fun with it, but the character itself isn't just a joke. Um, I think that pulling that off takes a lot of skill, and I think the fact that they were able to do so well is just shows that they already had ideas and a plan in mind. And and I think that's, you can give the credit to producers and to Kenneth Branagh for pulling it off so super well.
Yeah,
And I mean, and of course the acting, because the acting it's superb in this movie.
yeah. Thor is really established, kind of like similar to Iron Man. As soon as he comes on, he's got a certain charisma to him that's like you immediately are like, all right, I'm down with this character. And he goes through a nice arc just in this movie alone, to where he was like he really matured a lot in a short time. Even if I don't entirely like love that relationship, it's clear the impact that Jean has on him, at least as a character.
Yeah.
But what it wasn't a huge like the Frost Giants thing doesn't do anything for me either.
Yeah.
Like it's like a little wacky, but it's also similar to Game of Thrones. They do a very similar thing in that too. But I've never been a huge fan of that aspect of it. And also the enemy, that one enemy in that just kind of fires a laser.
The destroyer or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Whatever. I think that's the destroyer or something. I don't remember what it's.
I'm like,
starts with a D. I know that.
All right, enemy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he's just like he's like an automaton, construct, a magical construct, basically, that's able to.
Yeah, some sort of magical technology.
Yes.
And then Loki's like the one on the villain side of things. Is the only compelling thing there for me, because the other ones are just kind of there, the Frost Giants and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston is, again, brings that sort of sly. He brings his own sort of gravitas to it. It's not like a grand figure, but he's always behind. Always scheming, especially when he fully plays his hand towards the end of the movie. It is very compelling, very interesting, and of course that'll continue to play out through future films, as we know.
Yeah, like it was interesting seeing this because I never saw any of the Thor movies. To see like we know how the relationship really changes from here, just from seeing the end of it. It's like how do we get there? Because like Loki actually tried to kill Thor. Like he had the full intent of killing him. So
yeah,
it's like how do you come back from that? So that's interesting. I definitely want to watch, even though I've heard the second one's not great. I still want to watch that. I want to watch Ragnarok.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I would still say watch Thor: The Dark World. I will give you a warning: if you didn't find the villains compelling in this one, yeah, you're out of luck with the next one, because they're even worse. But I think the Thor and Loki dynamic in that one is hit pretty well. That to me is why the movie is worth watching. But most of the rest of the movie is pretty forgettable. I honestly don't even really remember what happens. In it. I think I've only seen that one time. I should watch it again too, but
yeah, it'll come up the next time we spin the wheel.
Yeah, probably.
Out of all. So what else? Oh yeah, another scene I didn't mention where Jane gets super excited. I was like, whoa, that's a big reaction. She got super excited for that hand kiss. She was like super into it.
Yeah, she got really. She was just like laughing and giggling like a little schoolgirl. I was like, oh goodness.
What in the world?
I mean, I guess that doesn't happen. I guess she wasn't treated very well by her previous boyfriend, so I guess that was just like a nice pleasant surprise that, hey, there's a man, he's treating me right.
Sure.
I
just don't remember seeing in any of these superhero movies someone who reacts so like over the top to these just simple gestures. And blatantly stares at the abs.
I mean, he's a charming cut man.
You knew, yeah. They got this beautiful man, and they were like, "We need to get him shirtless in this movie as soon as possible." That'll be a great payoff for all the women in the audience, and we'll get to see that epic moment. Anything else to talk about here?
I really like Heimdall a lot. He's kind of a background character, but I like him a lot. I mean, I think. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the actor's name.
Idris
Elba is a phenomenal actor.
Mm-hmm.
So even in like little back, side roles that he's in, he's just I love him so much. So um, I want him in more things.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he'd be Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who. Jodie Whittaker's fine, but I really was pulling for Idris Elba. I think that
Well,
would have been really great. A
that
good
would be
choice.
interesting. Yeah.
Actually, I'm also for him for taking on the role of 007.
Yes.
If he does that next, I think that would be rad. I know a lot of people have been saying that.
He should take on all the
I'm on.
roles.
Yeah, just do everything.
He'll be the
Just be
next.
in
He'll
everything.
be the next Iron Man.
Yeah.
The next Wolverine.
He'll be Wolverine. Yeah, there you go.
Uh, don't give me another Wolverine. All right.
No.
So in conclusion, I thought it was great. There's
Yeah.
great action. I still think the effects are great. I think that
Yeah. I think they're good. I was just being overly critical. I mean, I think overall the effects are still fine. They're serviceable,
yeah.
if nothing else. But I think, well, here's the thing. I think the design goes a really long way because I think like the bringing the worlds alive in the way that they did, bringing Asgard to life, like they did a phenomenal job. The design of the Rainbow Bridge, super cool.
Hmm.
I love how it like changes colors a little bit when they're running on it and stuff. It's awesome. Um, yeah, I think it's just the effects on some of the human characters, and it kind of suffers from
Right.
the Hobbit syndrome, where it's like it didn't necessarily age as well as it's, and it's funny to say that because Lord of the Rings is even older. Some of those effects haven't aged well either, but because so much of it was practical, over more of that film has aged better than more gracefully than The Hobbit.
Well,
So
would you say Doolittle has better effects than Thor? Maybe.
maybe on a technical level,
Technically, yeah.
but that's the thing. Design goes a long way.
Yeah, I
So
mean, aesthetically, Thor works a lot more for me.
oh,
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
I was gonna say if the Doolittle has better effects, then which one's the better movie? It's a coin toss.
The question is Doolittle going to be nominated for an Academy Award?
Mm.
No.
Was Thor nominated for an Academy Award?
I don't know.
I don't think
It
any
might have been.
superhero films
I don't.
are.
No, Suicide Squad won
Oh
for
Lord,
I think makeup and hairstyling. I
sure.
think, but no, superhero films are. I think Endgame was nominated for
Was
an
it?
effects award. Yeah,
Oh, they get the effects awards. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what would you score this out of 10?
I think this is 8.5 for me. I really like this movie a lot. I don't think it's perfect, but it's a solid film. Like I said, I've watched it many times, and I like watching it. I easily would watch it again. So,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
That's the exact number I have written on my paper right here. 8.5, baby.
Cool. Yeah.
With a Tarqaron score of 8.5. That's
Yeah.
good.
Boom.
That's
Right there.
Spider-Man. That's modern Spider-Man level score right
Yeah.
there. Hmm. So good. Bring me back.
Solid. Oh yeah.
So I'm so nostalgic about this movie.
2011. I didn't see it in
Just seen
theaters.
it.
I think the only superhero film I'd seen in theaters besides like oldest Spider-Mans or whatever. But the only like Marvel film I'd seen in theaters, I think was Iron Man 2 before I saw Avengers.
Hmm.
I want to say because I definitely didn't see Thor. I definitely didn't see Iron Man 1. No, I didn't see Iron Man 1 in theaters. And I didn't see Hulk or Captain America. So the next one I saw was Avengers, but I wish I had. I wish I had seen this in theaters. It was very, very enjoyable. Would have been cool
What
on the
a
big screen.
treat.
What a treat.
Hawkeye had a cameo. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I know that
yeah.
guy.
Hawkeye shows up in this movie. Yeah, this is the one where they really start playing the we're doing a cinematic universe thing, like even more than the previous films had done. So we have Agent Coulson, we have Shield, and Hawkeye showing.
Son of
So,
Cole.
Coulson.
Thor refers
Odinson.
to him as Son of Cole
Odinson.
at one point.
He's Son of Cole, yeah, because
yeah.
he's Coulson.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for watching. I mean, stay
Yeah,
tuned for the future. More chance times and whatnot. What awaits us.
Oh yeah.